Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, Makoto was slowly revealing the facts of this crime. It really doesn't help that Kyoko seems very intent on throwing him under the bus. Will Makoto be able to prove his innocence? Let's find out. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Excuse you, do not be slagging off Hina. Do not be doing that.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
No. No, hero, no.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Why are you having Makoto do this? What? Byakuya! There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Okay, I think we want the fragments. There was nothing else regarding the bomb, right? Yeah, okay, we want the fragments. Fragments, there we go.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
Dude, no! Don't defend her! She's attacking you!
What's the problem?
God damn!
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Stop being a doormat, please! Here's the thing, there has to be something going on. There has to be, because I don't for a minute doubt that Kyoko doesn't know what actually went on. I wholeheartedly believe that Kyoko knows what went on. So here's the thing, she's blaming Makoto. Under regular rules... Hold up. That made me think. I was going to say, under regular rules, that would mean everyone would be executed because none of us killed Mukuro. Junko killed Mukuro. However, I just had a thought. You have to fail a trial in order to continue on with the game. Considering this is like almost the last chapter, I can't see us getting a new protagonist. So I feel like this trial is rigged. If we fail the trial, then presumably Kyoko gets her way and we get executed. But then like I said, I can't see them giving us a new... I mean, I guess we could play as Kyoko for Chapter 6. I wouldn't like that, but maybe then, I don't know.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't have good vibes. I don't know. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Okay, let's see what we have. I would assume it would either be the body before or the molecule
Then shall we
file.
continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay, I know what I'm doing here. This is an absorb one, and then we challenge the first. Okay, we either have to absorb hit on the head or countless stab wounds. I don't know. I don't know here. Personally, what I think happened... I think the head wound is a misdirection. I think the head wound is like the knife wound. It's to obfuscate the fact that she was killed because of the stab wounds, and those stab wounds are remarkably similar to what happened to Junko with the Gungnir spears. I feel like I'm so close. I feel like I am so close to getting a perfect, and I don't want to fuck this up because here's the thing. If Mukuro, it was 100% the spears that killed her. 100%, like 1,000%. She died out, or there was just too much trauma for her body to take, and she died. Like, I 100% believe that. But then we have the arrows and the wadded up duct tape. And here's the thing, so far Danganronpa has had very few red herrings. Very few red herrings. Like, I'm pretty sure that we've used most of the evidence in all of the trials, and even if we haven't used it, it did at least get brought up. So I'm like, okay, if we're... Like, what was the point of that then? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I have to go with my gut. here. I can only think of one thing that could have killed her. I've got a 50-50 chance of being right. Because, like,
victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
I'm
correct?
pretty sure it's gotta be one of those two.
I guess.
Well, yeah.
Oh, but the
She was
students
already
don't
totally
know.
dead when that happened.
And maybe this is how the students figure it
the
out.
knife, right?
Oh.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go with my gut and risk it.
File, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Girl, keep your
And more
fingers
than
crossed.
that,
Keep your fingers crossed for me, people.
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay. Let's give it a
Then
go.
shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined,
Shit!
correct?
Meh. God. I'm not gonna get a perfect again. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. What? You think there's some mistake lurking in what I said?
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Okay,
Then shall we continue
we'll
the
grab
debate?
the head injury.
The
Like I
victim's
said,
fatal
that can't
injury
be
has
what
yet
killed
to be
Mukuro.
determined,
It had
correct?
to be
The
the
explosion
wounds.
didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Like I said,
And it wasn't.
I
because
feel
of the
like
knife,
this is a
right?
red herring, but the students haven't
only
figured it
one other
out
thing.
yet.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her
And
entire
now we
body.
wait. We've still got 4 minutes.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has...
God
No,
damn.
it's wrong.
I feel like this is incorrect.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
Hero's right! For once, Hero is right! Buddy! Oh, I just want to like pinch his cheeks and be like, you were correct! For once you were correct! Now use the lawnmower to make some crop circles! You do you!
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
They weren't fresh, but they were the cause of death! Because she's been dead for days!
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
They really matter! No, Hero, no! Stick with your gut, Hero! Stick with your gut, you're solving it! You're solving it, buddy!
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
No!
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
No.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Have you tried this, Toko? Because you seem to know an awful lot about hitting people with pickaxes.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Considering half the bullshit that comes out of Hero's mouth, I'm like, if you want to do that, Toko, I don't care.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I do prefer when she's violent to when she's pervy, not gonna lie.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapons were the Gungnir spears, but no one is listening to me. The real murder weapon was the arrows. It should be down at the bottom somewhere. Yeah, the titanium arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
No, a bunch of them all wadded together.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, Makoto did not do a good job of explaining that.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not asking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Okay? Okay. Oh, we want the bloody duct tape. We want the duct tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master.
I feel like...
You have no right!
Yeah, I think I've got this. There's no doubt that the arrow is the murder weapon. But there's more to it than that.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma
You know what? I
file,
think I'm gonna...
it said the weapon
I'm
must have been
gonna
about
slow
as
down
thick
time
as
for
a
this
metal
one because
pipe,
it
right?
goes down quite
It
quick.
seems like an arrow would just be...
Yes!
No, that's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Again, more literary talk from Toko. Okay.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
It's such a shame that the students didn't do that and instead decided to start killing each other. Sayaka.
Man, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Bitch, yes you have!
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course, don't we, Makoto?
Makoto.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
He's not, but...
You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
I don't actually. Like I said, I feel like this trial is rigged because everyone's going round in circles. Like, no one is gonna get the real identity. And for some reason, here's the thing, for some reason, Kyoko isn't being like, it was the mastermind, that Mukuro was killed days ago, da-da-da-da-da. Like, Kyoko is blaming us. And so I'm like... This feels rigged to me. I'm very concerned.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Yeah, you do. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It's the wood block. Yeah, because we found that. Found in Kyoko's room.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is... right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was... in my room?
She sounds genuinely... This is rigged. but it's rigged for Kyoko to die. Kyoko couldn't have possibly have placed that wood block in her room because she's not had her room key. Unless she put it in before, which is possible. But she sounded genuinely surprised there. This is rigged. Junko couldn't get rid of Kyoko's detective training. She made her forget about, you know, like what ultimate she was, but she couldn't get rid of those ingrained detective abilities. And now that she's not been able to do that, she's like, well, fuck it, she's gotta die then. She has to go. It's rigged so that everyone will think it's Kyoko, but Kyoko is fighting back and trying to convince everyone that it's us.
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
She isn't playing dumb, she's genuinely confused.
That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Don't defend her, Makoto! You doormat, you!
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
He is!
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just... there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Yeah, she fought off El Professor, because it's not a cat in hell's chance that fucking Makoto did that.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked, because you keep leaving your fucking door unlocked like a dipshit, and she was like, oh shit, a Mexican wrestler with a knife, well, the knife was already in there, but a Mexican wrestler has entered Makoto's room. That's not fucking normal, and she ran in and saved your ass. Look at the look of disapproval on her face, just like, you dipshit, leaving your door unlocked again, god damn. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when? No. Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me? No.
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
Is she bringing up the fact that she couldn't have gotten into her room?
I should know.
You're the one who has her fucking key, mate. What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Okay. Oh fuck, what was Byakuya's account? I can't remember what his account was.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Oh, I get what she's getting at. Like, I know her logic. I know the answer to the puzzle, but I don't know the answer to the puzzle. Does that make sense? She doesn't have the key to her room, so how could she have gotten in? I know what she's getting at, but I don't know how to get there. Byakuya should know that Kyoko didn't do it. But why him?
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya.
I mean, I've already gotten one wrong, so I'm not going to get a perfect.
Would you never hide something from me?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated
I'm
a theory
gonna guess.
You said I hid the evidence of my
Byakuya's
crime
account
in the
mentions
dojo
that
locker,
he went to try and find
then left the
Kyoko.
locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Yeah, okay, so we want... I think...
Those words you just spoke.
I think we want to get
what do you mean?
Byakuya's account with the last one.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
I get where she's coming
Master,
from.
would you
She
never
didn't
hide
have the key
something
to
from
her
me?
room, but
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
what does that have to do with what I said? Or do you just not know what you're doing? A little bit.
Shoot!
No, we need to...
Those words
We
you
need to
just
grab
spoke.
the last one.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
I don't think it's that one.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
I think this is
would
an
you
absorb.
never hide something from me?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those
I
words you
feel
just spoke. What do you mean?
uncertain.
Exactly what I said.
I
I'm
think
not
this
the
is
killer.
where I could get a game over here.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
There we go. Avoiding game overs.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, and an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. I think what's going on, I think this trial is rigged. I think the mastermind is actively trying to get Kyoko murdered. And not murdered, executed rather. And so what I think what Kyoko's plan may have been was that she was gonna get Makoto to back her up to get one of the other students executed. Because here's the thing, if the game is rigged, then yeah, I don't think... I think this is one of the safest class trials we've had. If the mastermind is rigging this, then they're not really going to be able to say like, oh, it was actually this person, you all get executed, da-da-da-da-da, if they've rigged the stakes. Does that make sense? So what I think was going to happen, I think Kyoko was going to get Makoto to back her up to have one of the others executed, because clearly out of everyone, she trusts Makoto the most, because he is her doormat and her bitch. So I think originally she was like, Makoto will back me up, but then she was like, oh shit, the other four have solid alibis and it's only me and Makoto who don't. And so she's decided to throw Makoto under the bus to save her own skin. Oh no. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave off right here. In the next episode, how is this gonna get resolved? I have no idea. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.